Hey guys, today on our delicious journey, let's make this special Maharashtrian Muttonacha Rassa. So let's quickly make the Vatap first. The Vatap is basically a masala with onions, coconut and a few spices. I'm going to heat a vessel and add one large onion that is sliced. Now you must be wondering why I'm adding onions directly into a hot vessel without oil. It's because it dehydrates the onion pretty fast. Now while the onions are getting roasted, I'm just going to quickly chop some garlic. So I've taken about 7 to 8 cloves of garlic, or a little more rather. 1 inch of ginger. So the onions are quite dry now, so we'll add a little oil to this. So a tablespoon of oil is good enough. The onions are quite brown. At this point we'll add the chopped ginger and garlic. Now roast all this till the garlic is slightly brownish goldenish. You can see the garlic has browned well over here. Now to this I'm going to add 1 tomato that is chopped finely. Just mix this for a minute or two till the tomatoes are cooked slightly and mushy. Now after sauteing this for 2 minutes, shut the flame and remove this in a mixer grinding jar. Now heat the vessel again and add a tablespoon of oil. So the oil is hot. Add a star anise, 1 inch of cinnamon, 5 cloves and 15 to 20 peppercorns. And then immediately add 1 cup of grated dry coconut. Now if you don't get dry coconut easily, you can also use desiccated coconut for this. Now just saute this till the coconut is crisply roasted. Shut the flame. Don't allow this to burn. Just remove this in the same grinding jar. Now to this I'm going to add a handful of freshly chopped coriander leaves. We'll cool this and grind this to a fine paste. Our Vatap is ready. Now we'll head on with the recipe. Now in some of our Maharashtrian curries, if there is no telacha tavanga, kuch maza nahi aaya fir wo recipe mein. So we're going to add half a cup of oil for this recipe. Let's quickly add the onion. Now after sauteing the onion for a minute, we're going to add a kilo of mutton to this. You all must be wondering, why am I using so much of fat in the recipe? Because the fat from the mutton like this is going to add a lot of flavor, as well as the tawang, the layer of oil in the curry. So I've added a little bit of that extra fat of the mutton to the curry. So now I'm going to sear the meat till the color of the meat changes to a little bit of a brownish color. You can see the mutton is browned very well and the fat is sizzling over here. So now we'll add a tablespoon of ginger paste, a tablespoon of garlic paste. We'll saute this for a minute. Time to add our spices. Now let's add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 to 3 tablespoons of red chilli powder. And now here I have the kanda-lasun masala, which is easily available online. So add 2 tablespoons of the kanda-lasun masala. Now we'll just fry this again for a minute. Just reduce the flame a bit. add a quarter cup of water to this first so that the spices don't get burnt. So when you add a few tablespoons of water when you're roasting the spices along with meat, it just gives a lovely glaze to the curry. Now we're going to add our Vatap. Just mix this well. Now what I'm going to quickly do is rinse off the masala from the grinding jar. We'll add this water, which is about half a litre, to the curry. You can see the oil has already started floating on the top. Now we'll add a litre of water to this. Add the salt to taste. Just give a final stir to the curry. Now cover this and bring it to a boil, after which you will reduce the flame to a medium-low and cook till the mutton is done. I kept the mutton to cook on a medium to low flame for 45 minutes after bringing a boil to the curry. Now let's check if the mutton is done. There's a beautiful layer of oil that's floating on the top. You can see this. Yeah, and the mutton is ready. So now let's remove this in a serving bowl. You know, my father-in-law always used to tell us small anecdotes and stories about his childhood. So they lived in a very large family, and there used to be kilos and kilos of Muttonacha Rassa that used to be cooked with our grandmother, that is his mother, who used to sit and just packed garma garam bhakris while all used to be sitting in a row to have their Sunday lunch. So today I've also made some bhakris along with some bukka marlela kanda. So now let's remove this Muttonacha Rassa in a bowl. Wasn't that an easy recipe? An absolute basic simple ingredients. You can make an amazing curry, and the recipe for the Jwarichi Bhakri is there on Instagram, on my Instagram channel. Check the recipe on that. Try this recipe, let me know, and if you need recipes of any traditional Maharashtrian chicken or mutton curries, please don't hesitate to message me. And on that note, subscribe to Smita Devte.